Hi guys, can't believe I'm drawn to do this, but this is just a quick impromptu farm video. So we're gonna go collect syrup, or sap for the first time, to start boiling for syrup, and we're running a few things out to the hens on one of their first days in the run. And we got a potty of dogs. You wanna go to potty? He went not too long ago, so I guess he's alright. So let's just get him a minute of sunshine, maybe. France, go ahead, close that door. So I don't got a lot of scraps for them right now, but a little bit of leftover cottage cheese. They love protein. They love yogurt. It's one of their absolute favorites. And then a pile of eggshells. We give them whole. We don't smash them or anything. Oh boy. Let's go up the middle, bud. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Grass salad for the first time this year. Anyways, we give our hens the full eggs. We don't chop them up or smash them down. It's too much work, and they don't seem to care. They will eat their eggs, sadly, if they get bored, if they haven't had enough attention and you're not bringing them enough victuals or getting them out enough. That's when we have a problem. Other than that, I don't see giving them the full egg encourages or unencourages them. So we have them under the trampoline, where we just use chicken wire and zip ties to keep it in. I try to pull most of the sides up once or twice a year, but really the biggest concern we have around here would be an aerial attack, and a hawk is not able to swoop in through this crack, grab a hen, and actually get off of there. If it was really desperate, maybe it would get in and claw the hen, but not actually make it out with him. So that would be awful. But other than that, we have possums. Really aren't going to go for a full-grown chicken, I don't believe. Not around here anyways. They got too much other stuff. And then raccoons could be a problem. We don't have a ton of them here, but they are present. So really we're just trying to protect from the hawks, which do eye these birds like crazy. Every time I have them out, you will usually hear them circling around, and you have to slam the door a few times or have the kids yell or do something to kind of spook them away. But they're like anything else, they're just trying to get a meal too. So, alright. So we have found that the ants will become very active here with the sap bucket. So we like to use a simple strainer and just rest it on the edge. And then pour through the strainer, and then you'll catch any of your ants. Now this year, my husband, drilled a hole through the cap, and I haven't worked with that so far. It's coming out a little slower. You gotta jiggle it, I guess. But that might help us with the ant problem, because sometimes they'll get down in the gallons and they'll drown. But most of the time, you do catch a bunch of them alive. They're pretty sick on sap by that point, but you catch them because you're emptying these so often. when it's running, it's really running, and they'll fill a third to a half of this in the couple of daytime hours that the sun is shining on them. Hello, crow friend. I love saying hello, crow friends. It sounds like hello, girlfriends. So. Thanks, bud. Alright, so we got tree number 1. I don't know over here, hopefully without stepping in dog shit. My lovely filming assistant. Yeah, in the tube already, but maybe that was last year's. This one's running good. Is my daughter. This is the first time doing it like this, so hopefully she doesn't get you too busy. I'm having kind of a rough day after those Polish donuts yesterday, but I knew I overdid it. I ended up having a second serving on that, so I'm playing catch up now. And my sinuses and everything. And I'm thinking about, I'm being drawn to go in the basement and work and get another load of stuff out. There's not a lot down there that's left, but it's got to still be triggering, and the universe says it's time. I just went through a power retrieval process to invite back some pieces of myself that hightailed it out at different lifetimes for different reasons. And once you heal some significant parts of that trauma, so after that trauma removal process, it can be beneficial to do a power retrieval and go on a search for those pieces. And we found 3 significant lifetimes soul parts that were ready to come back. One was a Scottish chieftain encourager guy who got scared in battle. Another was some kind of Santa Lucia girl in a white dress with red candles and evergreen. Something to do with the church on that one. And then the last one, which was the most powerful reintroduction, I just wept. And that was the Haitian girl. And her voodoo magic. So we'll see what this brings about. My husband and I are already getting on better, and I feel so much more pep in my step and happiness for life, and spring's coming about a little bit, so exciting times. More steps. So we are we're at 2 inches or so now. 2 trees. These, by the way, are silver maple trees. They are not your classic sugar maples. I have planted 2 sugar maples as what they call whips. Just single stem, just a leader, 2 to 3 foot tall sapling trees that I got from an Arbor Day giveaway that I was working at when I worked for the Parks Departments. So this was many, many years ago. We've been here, this summer will be 16 years, I think, for me. He has 1 year on me. He moved here when he was very young. He bought this house. I'm very grateful to have been lined up with my husband. And although it's been a rocky road, because I think we're divine counterparts, and those connections, we don't play easy with each other. You want everybody to be at their highest abilities. And I've kind of been leading the pack on this one, so it's a struggle, but that's what us women are here for, in a lot of respects, is to to lead at this point, to lead us back to some soul healing, so then we can be, they can be those stunning alpha males, and we can be the divine feminine and have this solid family unit that is impossible to break. That's their biggest fear, family. So, yeah, that's working out good. Because this one likes to tip. Always. Usually we have all of our Michigan rocks stacked around it to keep it from tipping over, but these caps, that'll work real nice on that. This is our biggest and oldest. Well, I assume oldest, but a lot of these I think were planted with the house, and they're around the same age. This guy, I don't know where he came in or how he got, if it's just because he split. But he's got a big old trunk. I enjoy seeing him out my bedroom window. Alright, these are my lovely spring gardens, and we got one last tree to go. This is my favorite oak tree. And our messy compost pile, but I like it that way. My husband and I were just talking about compost and permaculture. We saw a special on this old house. And I think where I'm at still with it is what we're doing, which is just composting in place. You just get the scraps out to a pile in your yard, and you let the omnivores, the nighttime cleanup crew, take what they want as a bit of an offering for them, scouring your yard and cleaning ticks off themselves and whatnot. And the birds, especially the cracker beaks, they seem to really like. Maybe it's because we have the oak tree too, though. But we get a whole lot of blue jays and woodpeckers and cardinals and stuff come in all together usually. Well, the woodpeckers, they're going after these silver maples because they age and they expire. And they have a lot of fungal disease problems because they were planted in mass. So anytime you have something grow popular and get planted a lot at the same time, this was the hip tree in the 1970s for landscaping because it grows fast and it had those silver leaves and kind of a tropical feel to it, almost an oriental. That's not a word they use anymore, but you know what I mean. Since they're from Asia, they now are pretty bug infested, so good for woodpeckers. All the ladies are lined up, they're done. They say, Mom, it's a little chilly. We want our coop back. Sorry to have you going everywhere. Alright, last one. Oh, so back to the compost that I was talking about. There are many different ways to do it, but none that I could tolerate. You know, if I had wowza, that was some pressure. He left no leeway, and that might explode on a sunny day. It wasn't. I'll have to talk to him about that. It's not like fermenting or gas or anything. It's just those liquid going in, and we're losing a bunch on this tree. Sometimes we suck on them. It's not very sweet at this point, though, actually. What's the noise? Oh, that noise is my other child. I was like, what kind of bird is that? I told him, do not get in the video. I'm not ready for that yet. I don't know. I've been trying to pull them off of social media the best I can. It's a tricky subject because, you know, family and stuff, they want to see them, and we don't get out a whole lot, but I know you can do private groups, and that's great and all, but there's AI now. They own everything you put out there, whether it's a private group or not, and they scan them. And they know exactly where your eyeballs are and where your nose is and where your ears are, and when they finally set up those smart cities, and they'll be able to just, well, hopefully, you know, that's their plan. But there's people like me who are going to buy pie and just aren't ever going to let them get there. So it doesn't, you know, don't be afraid. Don't worry about that kind of shit and dwell there. Just do you and come here with the superpowers that you were meant to come here with. Because we all have these gifts. And when you are true to yourself, and when you clear out all the bullshit, and you get down to who you really are, you know what you came here with, and you know how you're supposed to use it. I already have some pretty strong inklings of where I'm going. How the hell I'm going to get there, I don't know. But I'll get there, and I'll do it, and I'm here to help some kids, especially adolescents. I know that. But right now I'm doing my own. So, alright guys, thanks for the chat. I'll talk to you later.